1, except for number 13, which uses both boxes. Right? Unless you're using both boxes, you're just going to use box number 1. Everybody cool with that? So box number 1 is fed with which auxiliary knob? 1. 1. Good. Alright. Let's first of all see if we can hear you with CD. So go ahead and play that track. Just press the green flashy thing there. Good. If we've done our things right, look, 11 is lighting up. Beautiful. Put that at unity, somebody, and let's see what we got. Okay. It's coming in a line input, which does make use of the trim function. If we don't have enough level, and I'm thinking we don't, we're going to try to pick up the trim on channel 11. Somebody do that for us? And you can even look over there and see if you like what you're getting on your recorder.
This is a vocal phaser plugin within a sweeping phaser option in Adobe Audition.
Huh? Okay, good. Alright, so this is with the fader here. Set that again, would you?
This is a Hall-style reverb.
Just your trim so that looks better.
From a studio
Put this at
reverb
unity.
plugin, which is part of Adobe Audition.
So setting your levels with your trim and these two faders set to unity, that's not in the directions. I'm expecting you to start to remember some of this stuff. So put your faders at unity, adjust your trim so your levels are happy over there. What if your trim's all the way down and that level's too high? Then you can back this off. Everybody good with that? Watch what happens when I turn up auxiliary 1 here in number 11. Look at box number 1 over there. You should see your green light start to blink. See the green light? Right, that's because I'm sending its signal out of this. I don't see the green light. I don't see the green light.
This is a typical stereo chorus. This effect is useful for adding width to any sound and can make any mono signal more stereo-like.
So there it is, getting the signal. And it's only getting that because I've turned up the auxiliary 1 knob. The more I turn auxiliary 1 up, the more signal I'm feeding.
This is a rotary speaker simulator.
That thing will get overwhelmed,
Makes sound appear to be amplified
and then the red
through
light
a
comes
spinning
on.
speaker.
So if you turn the auxiliary 1 knob up too high and you start heating that thing too hard, it starts to show you that it can't handle it. But the problem with that is that red light comes on a little after. The red light doesn't come on until it's pretty damn distorted. It will distort without that red light coming on a little bit, and you have to listen to that. The best way to hear that, by the way, is with headphones. I'll make sure there's headphones in here for you guys. When you do this, I recommend that you do it with headphones and not the monitors, because that's the best way to hear distortion in the effect. Let's listen to the effects. I want this on 25 and 26, right? That's where it's coming back. So, let's go back to number 1 here. All right,
This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3.
Turn up auxiliary 1 and listen to what happens.
This is a slapback delay created with a plugin by Adobe Audition 3.
Alright, so there's the effect. But, is that the right effect? It says to use program number 2. What program is box number 1 currently set to? 48. We need to change that to 2. Can you figure out how to do it? There's up and down arrows near each couple of those buttons, so keep going down until it says 2.
Make you aware of it, and you're aware of it. And it's just the way life is.
When you get to 2, it keeps blinking at you, right? It's just sitting there laughing at you right now. It won't commit to program 2 until you press the recall button. And now it's in program 2. So to get that to the program you want, you just go up and down until you see the number you like, and then press recall. That might be a good thing for your notes. Okay, so program number 2 in box number 1 is the one we want for script number 4, so let's hear that again. And let's see how it goes. Here we
Mine
go.
are definitely not in order. I did a bunch of retakes.
Okay.
This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3.
Okay, that's not the right one, but if it were script number 1, that's the effect that it would be asking for. Alright, let's check out our level over here. I'm going to play that one again. Watch the level down there.
This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3. This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3.
Alright, so I'm thinking that's pretty good. And I love that you did this too. Hear all that junk after your script was done? That can be a problem. Somebody sniffled right after theirs the other day, and that was a problem too. Here's how to do this. Watch what I do with this fader. Listen and watch.
This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3.
That's what we need you to do. If you don't do that, and I'll hear that you didn't do that, you'll lose points. Because what we want is, we want to hear the scripts, and we don't want to hear junk afterwards. We want to hear the reverb decay into silence. The other good way to lose points is just to remember to do that and say, there it is, the script is done, and reach right over here and hit pause right away. What's the problem then? You cut off the reverb before it was done. So I'm listening for that too. So I'm listening to, did you clear up the end of the stuff after the script, and did you let the reverb decay all the way into silence before you hit pause? Remember the 15-second rule over there too, right? That script was really short. So you're going to start it by setting it up here. Do this like so. If we had a disc in here that we were recording, you get it set up, you get your levels good with practice, right? You make sure you get just enough effect, which is, how much is just enough? That's all personal preference, right? We need to hear it, we didn't.
You don't want to turn it red either, right?
Well, this can't turn red or it'll distort, but you could still have this distorted and back it off enough here so it's as much as you wanted. But the amount of effect we want in this is, I want to hear the effect to go, oh yeah, that's the effect they're talking about. But I don't want it to overwhelm the vocal, and I don't want to have to strain to hear it. There's a whole lot of gray area in there, that's okay. Alright, so we've set up our stuff, it's all good. If I'm ready here, I'm going to go ahead and roll, and then I'm going to hit this. The beginning doesn't matter, by the way.
This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3.
And then you dump the fader, you let the thing go down, wait till it says 15 seconds, and then press pause.
So even if there's like, are you saying just kind of like bring the fader down if there's something after, like what you said, if like you like sniffle or something, you just
Yeah.
want to do that.
And
in
did you hear that
case?
hum go away as well?
Yeah.
We're trying to get rid of that too.
But do you want us to do that on every track I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do it until the script is done.
Right.
And don't cut out your last. I've seen that happen too, where people go, oh no, I want to make sure I get this, and they cut out the last word because they do it too soon. So dump this fader. Don't dump this fader, or you dump the whole show over to the CD recorder, right? So you dump your source fader. All right. Let me show you what distorted reverb sounds like. Let me go back to here. Okay. This is what you don't want as well. This is what not to do.
This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3.
Can you hear it breaking up? Do it again.
This is a slap-back delay created by Adobe Audition 3.
Alright, that's pretty obvious. But if you listen with headphones, even turning this down, this may not even be turning red, but there can be a little bit of tearing and breaking up in that effect because you're overwhelming it. And with headphones, it's easier to hear. That's why I recommend you use headphones. If you're not sure about it, here's what I recommend you do. Get this reverb to the amount that you want by turning up the auxiliary 1 knob to be just enough. And then before you record it, check it by soloing the effect return. And then you're listening to just effect. Here's what that sounds like. Alright, so if we only listen to the effect, nothing's in the way. You can really listen to it and see if it's distorted or not. If it's distorted a little bit, you'll notice it there.
Well, do the same thing upstairs.
What if it is?
The office is up there.
You have to back off your feed to it, so come down on auxiliary 1 if it's distorted, and then you'll get rid of that distortion. But then you might say, but now I don't have enough effect. That's okay. Take your returns and push them up a little bit to get the more volume of the effect you want. That's if you have to do that. I would bet most of you guys will have to just sit that there, probably turn this up to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock max, and they'll all be fine. Most of them. I bet you that's how it's going to go. Soloing the effect is a great way to see if it's distorted before you commit to it. Alright, so that's how to do the easy ones. 4 through 12, I'll go like that. You just change the program for each one you use. Let's try another one. Let's have you guys do this one.